All right, welcome everyone. My name is Spider-Man, and happy Halloween.
All right, welcome everyone. My name is. I've cracked myself up with my intro. Sorry. My name is K. Michael Russell. I am a comic book colorist and art instructor at 01artschool.com. Welcome to my YouTube channel. I haven't done a channel update in a while. It's been a long time since just kind of a State of the Union type thing, and just a couple things I wanted to address, and hopefully this won't take too long. First off, I want to address something someone asked me the other day in email. They asked if I was okay because they noticed that I was losing weight, and I am losing weight. I've lost I don't know 10 or 11 pounds since I've been able to get back into the gym. I kind of put on a few. I had shoulder surgery back in May. And really went 6 months without being able to go to the gym and do much of anything. So yeah, I'm kind of watching what I'm eating and working out and I'm losing weight on purpose, so I'm not sick or anything, and you don't have to worry about that. And number two on my bullet list today is let's switch this. There we go. All right, so new iPad Pro. All right, you guys know I've become the biggest iPad Pro fanboy over the last year or so, and the new one was announced last week. Mine is already pre-ordered. It will show up on Wednesday. I'm actually hoping to. I'm thinking about doing just a live stream unboxing, first impressions kind of thing, and just so you guys can see that and enjoy it with me. We'll do it together, and I'll be posting about that, I'm sure. But real quick, I just want to go over the major changes and things that I'm kind of most excited about. One is, and this actually just came out this morning, and most smarter people would have probably waited for this before pre-ordering. But Geekbench is a benchmarking software that people use to test laptops and iPads to just kind of see how the performance stacks up relative to other devices. And basically, I mean, I won't go into all the details. I'll try to link this article in the description. But long story short, this thing is a beast. It's an absolute monster. So one thing I want to point out that is nuts to me is the single core performance. Where is it? I saw it earlier. Is basically single core performance goes toe to toe with the 2.6 gig i7 2018 MacBook Pro. Like, if you would have told me this without evidence, I just would have said this is not possible. So I'm blown away by the performance of this thing. Huge multi-core score as well. It's basically twice as fast with graphics as last year's. So I'm really looking forward to seeing what they do with that. And if you didn't see the demo, go watch it because it's. I mean the event thing. I've become one of those people that watch those events now. I used to talk about you. I'm sorry, but next year they're going to be bringing Photoshop to it. It looks really, really nice. It looks like it's optimized for touch and pencil, and it's not like Clip's version of the iPad version of Clip, which I have dropped completely. I did try it, but I'm gonna have to do a video on why I'm not using Clip because so many people ask me about it. But this is an example of software that is designed for a tablet. Okay, there's big buttons, and that's I'm excited about this. It looks like it's very, very powerful. In the demo, they used a 3 GB PSD file with like 150 layers, and it was I think they even said it would handle like 12K by 12K canvases, like just crazy numbers. So I'm curious to know if it's going to run at 120 hertz or 120 frames per second because Procreate does and still will. That I'm curious about because I mean honestly that'll make a big difference in the performance and just how it feels and how smooth it is. But they've really talked this up quite a bit, so I'm hoping, with them, this isn't even coming out until next year. So the fact that they're already talking about it leads me to believe that they are probably, doing their best to try to make this just as smooth and fast as Procreate is. So I just don't know. It seems like an insane amount of layers, and I don't know. I don't know how that's going to work. I'm very curious to see, you know, can this replace Procreate for me? I don't know. We're going to find out together. So, but yeah, I think that was about it on the new iPads as far as the technical stuff. The other thing was they've gotten rid of the ridiculously stupid way of charging the old pencil, which was just stick it in the port on the side and let it hang out and hope that no cat knocks it over or anything and breaks the tip off inside the charging port. Which is what it does now. So now it's magnets and you can stick it on either side. It pairs it and charges it. I'm super pumped about that. I really don't like the camera bump. I wish they didn't even have a camera. Like if you're buying this for a camera, you're doing the wrong thing here. But that's the one little complaint that I noticed. The other thing is, I was actually watching Borodante's video this morning, and he basically made the same point that I'm about to make, which is it's thinner. I don't know why. Like I don't see the point in making it thinner because you're sacrificing battery size. It's still going to have a huge battery. I mean, the battery will last forever, like just like the last one. I'm sure it's actually more efficient. I think by quite a bit. But we don't need thinner. Like if Apple, and you're not watching, I don't think you're watching. I'm almost positive you're not watching. But I would rather have an extra millimeter or two and more battery, like even more, you know, as much battery as you can. So the other thing are the bezels. I'm a little, I don't want to say concerned because I feel like they have figured this out if they've put this tablet out. It's got to have some sort of edge detection or something to keep you from having to, you know, accidentally touch things on the sides. That's one thing I'm a little concerned about. But I don't think it'll be a problem. Procreate especially has excellent palm rejection, so I'm sure that will continue. But yeah, I love the way that it charges. Oh, this is going to scroll this way. Yeah, keyboard I don't really use. It is the same size screen that I have now in a smaller footprint, basically. It's 25% less volume than the one that I have. That's going to be awesome. It's just going to be lighter, I'm assuming, and going that. So I'm excited about that. Yeah, Face ID I've never used. I hope it works. Liquid Retina. Yeah, this is all kind of fluffy tech stuff it's talking about here. But yeah, it looks like there's Photoshop. It looks like a monster. I'm excited about it. It arrives on Wednesday, hopefully, if FedEx brings it when they're supposed to. So we'll see how that goes. Also, hopefully I get this video out in time, but I am eBaying my other one, the one that I have now. There's currently about 3 days left. I'm going to try to get this video out today, so you guys will have at least a day or two. But if you're interested in buying my old iPad, which still works just fine, of course I'll factory reset it before I sell it. But yeah, it's got the case, it's got the charger and the keyboard and the pencil and all this stuff in it. So if you guys want to pick that up through eBay, you can. It's still pretty cheap, relatively speaking, considering there's $200 worth of accessories probably. And it also still has Apple Care through September of next year. So you've got about 11 months of warranty, 11 months of warranty also. And so yeah, I wanted to show you guys some pics from last night also. So this was my Spider-Man costume from last night. This one actually has some motion. This new camera, I've got the Pixel 3. And it does. It takes multiple pictures and then chooses the best one for you. But this was waiting for trick-or-treaters on the tailgate of my wife's truck, and it turns out that there wasn't. Everyone was at the town green, which is why we didn't have any that many trick-or-treaters. But yeah, this is my wife said you got to do the pose. So yeah, there's the pose. And we had a good time, took a ton of pictures. I have all new respect for cosplayers. I mean, I've always respected cosplayers, but these costumes are not that comfortable. And mosquitoes, at least the nuclear mosquitoes we have here, will just bite you right through this. I've never in my life been bitten so many times as I was last night. I don't know what it was, if they were attracted to the colors, if I smelled better to them or something, but I was bitten at least 20 times last night. That was the only part that wasn't any fun, but had a blast, talked to a lot of people, and got a lot of, I got to get one, hey, do a flip. I claimed a bad hamstring at the time, no flipping. And then last thing I wanted to talk about, I don't have any slides for this, But anyway, we'll leave it on this. You guys can watch me in Spider-Man pose. Basically, I want to start adding some different stuff to the channel, okay? I'm always going to do coloring tutorials. I don't want anyone to freak out. The tutorials for coloring are going to keep on coming. But one thing that I've realized, especially with the last course that I put out, is that there's so much information that helps me think in ways that help me be a better colorist that have more to do with drawing. Okay, like I mean, you guys that follow my channel know I've talked about it before, but I've been drawing since before I can remember starting. Like I literally don't remember starting to draw. My mom said that I was 2 or 3 years old, and I've gotten drawings from 3 and 4 years old that my parents gave me recently for Christmas. That and it makes a big difference. You know, one thing that I've noticed, and if you follow like Dave McCaig or John Rock, or there's a Tamer Bonvillain. Like there's a lot of colorists that if you follow, you'll notice that they do their own paintings, they do their own drawings, they do their own sketches, and they're fantastic. And you know, it's one thing that I realized. You know, I mean, I've realized it a while back, but I realized recently that this would actually benefit you guys that want to be better colorists. And so what I'm going to start doing, and I haven't figured out exactly how I'm going to tackle this yet, because you know, trying to kind of encapsulate how I learned to draw with how to teach someone else how to is something that I'm working on, and I'll probably be planning this out for a couple more weeks. But you know, it's going to be focused a lot on form, obviously, and being able to visualize things in 3 dimensions. But I want to cover some of that, and I don't know if it'll be a video series or a playlist exactly, or I'll probably do a separate playlist on the channel of drawing tutorials, and it's something that I've been asked about a lot. It's like, you know, do you do penciling tutorials? Do you do inking tutorials? You know, and I haven't, and I've always thought, I was like, well, coloring is kind of my thing, and I'm going to focus on that. But honestly, for the reasons stated earlier, like I said, I think it'll make you guys better colorists also to understand more about drawing, understand more about, you know, forms and shapes and all of those things. And so I hope you'll check those out whenever they come. And again, like someone in the comments is freaking out right now going, oh, you're going to switch to all drawing. No, I'm not switching to all drawing tutorials. I'm telling you that now. I will always do coloring tutorials. Coloring is my jam. Coloring is one of my favorite things to do. And but drawing is probably my second favorite thing to do other than coloring. So throw video games in there somewhere. But but you know, the first reason I want to do drawing tutorials obviously is just to make you an all-around better artist, which is going to make you a better colorist. But second thing is, I think I need to shake some things up on the channel a little bit, honestly. Like over the last year or so, and even a little bit longer maybe, the growth has been kind of very stagnant. You know, I've been kind of adding about the same number of subscribers and views every month for a while, and it's not growing anymore as far as like I don't know if I can actually show you the graphs or whatever, but like it's just been very flat. If you look at my views or look at subscribers, the growth is just sort of this wiggly line that is sort of flat right across the graph. And so I just wanted to change things up a little bit, and you know, maybe bring in some new viewers, and but also have something that, you know, all of my subscribers can benefit from and all the viewers can benefit from. So so that's the other part of it, is just to kind of shake things up and see what we can do to get the channel growing again. And that's one thing that I've had several people ask or just comment lately, that, you know, your channel should be bigger. You know, we really love it, and believe me, I wish that it was. You know, right now it's such a, and I've talked about this before, but it's such a small niche, you know, on YouTube. And it's, you know, even if you look at all the people that are interested in art tutorials, that's a relatively small group of people. But then when you strip it down to just people that are interested in coloring specifically, it's a very, very small group. And if you search for that stuff on YouTube, from what I can tell, it's really hard to avoid my channel, and at least at this stage. And so and you know, these are not the type of videos that go viral or anything like that, so I don't really get the growth like that either. But so anyway, I hope you guys will join me on this as the channel, I don't want to say a new direction. We're just shifting direction slightly. It's we're gonna be a lot of the same stuff, and I'm gonna try to make the best videos I possibly can, so that we can all learn something, and I can learn something along the way making them. So as always, thanks for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one. Take care.